Was it? Did it always have this light hue? I think it did. Huh?
Yeah, Altamont beers tend to have like that maltier kind of.
They put like a touch of crystal in it.
I'm sure.
For the most part. Oh.
Thank you for the beers.
You want to turn it?
I wanted to get a stick rid of you just having beers in, so looks a little better. Yeah. Guys, Seabass, Joel here with OC Bottle Boys. Today we're trying out a Ghost Town and Altamont collab. They're brewed at Altamont, so maybe an Altamont Ghost Town collab, if you will. It's Vines of Death, 6.9% West Coast. Wish I looked at the hops and everything that's in this right now.
So I completely forgot.
Yeah, alright, we'll retake that whole thing.
Alright, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, and then nice and piney. It probably uses a little bit of crystal malt, a little dark, because it's got like a golden color.
Yeah, a little darker, not completely see-through like these new West Coasts have been around here in Orange County. They are very heavily leaning on Pilsner malt and 100% Pilsner and just hopping the crap out of it. So it looks almost like a lager. They're crisp, super clean, see-through. So you can tell the malt build's a little darker, not as clear, definitely clear, but not, you ain't reading anything behind this. And that tends to be Altamont style. Maltamont, maybe that's why I said it's kind of how I refer to their stuff. In my opinion, they do tend to be more on the malty side, and I'm not that a fan of that kind of style. So I have been a big fan of how these California brewers are making these West Coast now with just super light-bodied malt, still 7% beers, but 100% Pilsner, little Carapils, little bit of body and stuff, but just really making crisp, see-through, clean beer.
Yeah, you can't forget that a lot of them are also using lager yeast, which a lot of people don't know.
This is true.
And that's how you keep it light and crisp.
Yeah, but they're not using the IPL name because that just doesn't sell. The names don't sell. Session IPAs don't sell. Yeah, change the name, they sell. Make it whatever. But
I found the hop. So it has Simcoe, Centennial, Columbus Cryo, Simcoe Cryo. Yeah, that's it.
So, old school hops, original.
Yeah,
I mean, besides the cryo stuff.
Grapefruit.
Yeah, so super, piney. I will admit that this is one of the better beers I think Altamont makes. Again, they lean towards maltier flavored beers, and again, just not my style. But I think Ghost Town was able to, brighten it up a little bit, and just help with that.
Yeah, this
kind of flavor profile.
This is their second collab with Ghost Town.
Yeah.
The other one was called something along the lines of The Witch's House. They did it earlier this year. That one's really good too. That one's actually a lot better than this one.
I didn't know that one.
Really? It was in a black can.
No,
no, I'm thinking about it was Almanac and Ghost Town.
Gotcha. Yeah, because the Ghost Town and Altamont did make a collab this time last year, but I believe it was the same thing, Vines of Death.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe they changed hops or they used the exact same thing, but I know they made a beer and it was called the same thing, Vines of Death.
Man. Honestly, the only reason those two breweries are relevant in this time is because they have Ghost Town.
And Ghost Town has been killing it lately. I mean, they always have, but they basically became more relevant down in Orange County. Again, they're from Oakland, so a little farther up north than beers that we tend to get, but their distro they got into a distro and are down here now, so we get a lot more of their stuff. They've been collabing with, everybody. North Park, freaking Pure, Shred. They've just been everywhere. Did they?
Yeah, there's like a vampire can.
Okay. Yeah. So they're collabing with great breweries that are already making great West Coast, and them adding to it is just, they're on fire right now. And again, West Coast IPAs are one of the biggest sellers now here in Southern California.
That's where it originated, man.
No, yeah.
It's from the
West Coast IPA, baby.
Nobody thinks about East Coast IPAs unless you like malt bombs.
Hey, hazy, New England. We ain't got problems with that.
That's different.
This guy's
different.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say this dude's a fucking hazy lover. So he just shat on them like he doesn't drink that 90% of the fucking time.
No, dude. There's a difference between East Coast IPA, New England IPA, and then a hazy IPA.
Okay.
3 different beers.
I see what you're trying to say. Yeah. The East Coast IPA are just
straight
IPA.
malt.
It is malt, sweet, caramel, toffee, those type of flavors, and that's the thing I don't like in my West Coast. That's what I'm saying. So Altamont tends to have those kind of caramel touches, toffee touches, and
a little overly sweet.
Yeah,
It's a little sweet, but it's okay.
it is, and again, I could taste the malt background on it, but I'm not offended by it. It's definitely drinkable. It's light, again, 6.9%. So again, I'm not complaining about it. Though if I had to rate it out of, let's say, 5, we do untapped version.
And then we'll tell you what the untapped rating is.
We give it like a 3.8. 3.8 for
I agree with that.
my flavors. Again, it's one of the better Altamont beers that at least I've had from them. So kudos to them on making this, and shout out to Ghost Town for doing whatever they did.
Shout out to O'Shea's for providing the vines.
Yep, again, O'Shea Brewing Company in Laguna Niguel. That's where
check
you'll
them out.
find us. You'll find us there, slinging beers, pouring taps.
Oh yeah, we didn't tell them
throwing
about the
kegs.
tap room. There's a tap room there, 16 taps. There's always a light and a dark lager on Lucre faucets if you're a beer nerd like us.
Side pulls, check
Yeah.
side pulls. Man, those things really have been changing the game around here, and we've been getting experimental, throwing some crazy stuff on it. I think right now we have an 11% Imperial Stout double stack from Great Notion. Again, Great Notion, another beer brewery that we will be talking about in the future. They're out in Portland and making great sours, great hazies. In my opinion, their West Coast are meh, but I just had a couple. I think it was called Easy Lift. And
That was good. You had it?
oh yeah, it was good. That was a nice one. So they're changing it up. But again, people are changing up how they make West Coast. I think a lot of them are leaning heavy Pilsner malts, which again, in my opinion, I think is fucking great. It makes a crisp, super clean, super light beer. So yeah, and that style. Yeah, we did just brew a hoppy Pilsner. And we used just 100% Pilsner malt. We technically made a smash beer, 100% Pilsner, 100% Mosaic. Maybe we'll bring that out in this video a little later before we close it out. It'll be sitting for 3 weeks now. So we're gonna test it, check the ABV, see where we're at. So maybe we can try that out today. Today officially is 3 weeks, so it's a good time to test it, check it, see how it's still going, see if, kill it, lager it, because we will be lagering it for another few weeks. If not longer, depending on again how it tastes. It is it's fermenting under pressure right now, so it is becoming a little carb, which is nice. It'll be much easier to carb up when we're ready to drink. But again, everyone's been using just heavy Pilsner, hopping the crap out of the stuff, so it's just making for great West Coast IPAs, and I'm really loving that style and loving what they're doing right now. And again, I think Great Notion is starting to, that's why their Easy Lift was so good. I think they're really starting to understand lighter malt builds, get the fuck away from crystal malts. I hate crystal malts. I refuse to use them in my brews. I will use them when malt bases are the idea. So again, we're gonna be brewing, we're gonna be brewing a barley wine. So heavy crystal, probably 120s, 150s, whatever we can find. But dark malts, heavy malts, and that's just
my clear beer.
No, it's the beer style. So brewed to the style. But again, with my West Coast, light, crisp, 100% Pilsner. Throw some Carapils for some head retention. Maybe a little.
I didn't rate this thing.
Oh yeah, you did. What do you think? What would you take?
Yeah. I also give it a 3.8.
3.8.
Yeah, it's good. I would want to give it a better rating, but yeah, it's just that crystal malt. It just doesn't do it for me. when I'm drinking a West Coast, I want something really light, really crisp, and that's when the breweries start using lager yeast, which just give you that basically like lager light drinkability without the heavy crystal malt or the heavy malts. So, but overall, I can fuck it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna crush it. What was the Untapped rating? We'll see what the overall consensus of what everyone else thinks about this beer. And I love doing that. I wasn't a big Untapped person, but then I really wanted to start understanding the beers that I drink, how I think about them, what I rate them, and what my opinion versus the popular opinion amongst everyone else. So I started jumping on that and getting on that. So I believe it's Bass Brew House. Bass Brew House on Untapped, Bass Brew House on Instagram. But yeah, so I've been seeing my rating versus others. So right now we both said 3.8. Untapped says
3.99.
3.99. So we're not far off. We at least our flavor profiles are at least our opinions are what at least the general consensus was for this beer. How many people rated that?
711 people.
7-Eleven, baby. Give me
Always
a Slurpee.
open.
Hey. But yeah, again, decent beer. One of my more popular and more enjoyable ones from Altamont. And again, I know they have a huge following. I know people love their beer, so it's not me shitting on them. I hope they don't take it that way. I hope you guys don't think that. It's just, again, everyone's flavor and style and preference are completely different. And again, I like crisp, light, so I know there's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people that love their beer and love their beer. Good for you.
Yeah.
If you like it, you like it, man.
Then good for you, you know.
So,
but, yeah, I'd rather not.
So, everything we're going to say, again, I'm a very opinionated person. This podcast is going to be all about our opinions and what we think. So, please do not take anything I say to heart, or, don't be offended by what I say. It's my preference, my opinion.
That's right.
And
that's right.
That's me. Tell me to fuck off if you want. I won't be hurt by it. But the beer's good. I would like to see their malt build and how they threw it. I know they throwing the cryo in it really boosts those hop flavors and aromas. If you don't know what cryo is, it's essentially freezing down. That's not correct.
I would love to tell you what cryo is, but I don't remember. We'll have to get back on to you guys on that one. But all right, so for cryo hops, it's basically the whole leaf cone. It's processed at low temperatures to extract all the lupulin, and basically compared to just a regular hop pellet, you're getting 50% more lupulin and more aromatics, more of everything because it's extracting it. So, for instance, if you need, 8 ounces of, whatever hop in your beer, you only need 3 or 4 ounces of the cryo. But yeah, all you need to know is that they freeze the hop before they create the pellet, something along those lines.
Yeah, so I know it's the freezing. Because I almost wanted to say nope, those are flowables, and I'm already saying it wrong. But damn, yeah. So we'll get back to you on that. Also, if you guys don't have time to watch, same thing, OC Bottle Boys podcast. Listen to us on that, and
so check out my Instagram, Chief Zombie Juice. You can figure out how to spell that. Check out O'Shea's.
Zombie Juice?
Yeah.
Zombie Juice. Not Jamba Juice.
No, not John.
Not Jamba.
No, they can
you'll
figure
it out. Chief Zombie.
I'll tag it. We'll put some tags in the info. So look for us there. Shout out to O'Shea's for providing the beer. Look them up too. Instagram. Things have a Facebook if you're that old. It's cool, man. I have one too.
I still do too. I don't post, but I keep up with all my grandmas, my aunties, my uncles. So
you do too. Don't lie to yourself.
But
all right, guys.
Overall, good beer. Altamont, Ghost Town. Appreciate you guys. The 70s. Cheers, boys.
Good night, guys.
I turned 30 this year. You were there for my birthday, man.
That's right. You did just turn 30.
No, you weren't there for my birthday. Were you there? No, you didn't come.
To Dosa? Yes, I did.
Not for me. This did.
I was like, wait, I was there?